Alrighty, what's up guys? We are back once again with a DH Yuzu practice in Flex. If you saw the last game, then you know that Blios is the god amongst men on 80 carries doing a 1v9 AFK pentakill style gameplay. Looks like we got a topside invade here for DH Yuzu. Hopefully the level 1 goes better for Mr. JC. And on blue side, we've got a bot. We got a bottom invade. So both teams going to get deep wards into the enemy blue sides. Both blue sides are going to be warded, and we're going to see mass recalls. Okay. Well, nothing gained. Let's see who's going to be dropping a ward. Okay, so we got to drop a ward on the blue buff. The blue team is making their way back. We did not drop a single ward here for the side of Yuzu. A little interesting. Oh, wait. Wait, did we get? No. That's a sweeper, and there's 1 point in it. Did we find a ward? No, we didn't find a ward. Okay, interesting. Alrighty, so looks like we got an interesting game. We've got a legacy mid lane champion in Victor, and we've got Erkyons Katarina, something that often gets banned away from Erkyon. The last time we saw Erkyons Katarina, it did not look too clean. As always, Mr. JC playing the weak side jungler versus the strong side jungler of Killer Penguins. Aatrox and Renekton, it's a skill-based matchup. Whoever can land more combos on the other will win. Ooh, the hook landing on Draven, the level 2 early here. Ooh. Wow. Blios living by the skin of his teeth, literally sub 100 HP level 1. Normally when you pick the Blitzcrank lane, you want to be the bully, not the bullied. Unfortunate, Draven without summoners, a lot less threatening. The Nautilus and the Blitzcrank matchup, it's... Ooh. The flash away from the Aatrox to survive. Graves gonna get a nice Q to hit. Hydra's gonna land the hook onto the Caitlyn, but it's not gonna matter. Mr. JC gonna die to the turrets. And that's a double kill for the Aatrox. Things went from bad to worse. A 4-for-1 trade. So that was 2 kills bot lane. Blitzcrank got the kill on Nautilus, which is unfortunate. Draven died, has no sums. Caitlyn got 2 assists, but the Graves being huge is what's important here. He's already 2-0. Mr. JC has to run to the other side of the jungle. The flash hook from Nautilus is gonna be enough to kill Katarina. At least Katarina gets a revenge, like a revenge kill. But things are going from bad to worse for Yuzu early on. We're down almost 2,000 gold. Killer Penguins and the Ching Chong Ping Pong Nautilus putting in a lot of work. Okay, Blios fighting the Caitlyn one-on-one, but the Graves is here. Killer Penguin's gonna get yet another kill on Blios, and Blios not having the most fortunate game. We'll have to see if Erkyons Katarina can put the smooth moves on people, as right now Adai is doing okay into it. It's gonna be a hard matchup for this Victor, but if Erkyon can start snowballing, maybe we can start seeing some work. Ooh. Mr. JC has to be careful. Aatrox gonna find Mr. JC, and Mr. JC gonna die. That's a rampage. The hook comes in from Blitzcrank, but Bleos has to be careful. This Caitlyn does a lot of damage. Okay, Dusky Dusk has a tunneler to the longsword that Renekton has. Blitzcrank lands another nice hook. A die. Are we gonna? Ooh, a nice kill by the Katarina, but now can she get away from Killer Penguins? Killer Penguins gonna look to chase. Nice hook from Nautilus, but the Titans resolve almost. Oof. Killer Penguin forced to flash away. Mr. JC now. Oh. Not gonna have the momentum to kill Killer Penguins. Unfortunate. This Graves almost a full item ahead of Sejuani already. We've got a $1,500 gold lead. Renekton starting with the anti-heal, but let's see if it's enough. The World Ender gonna be popped. Dominus also goes off, and both ultimates are down. We'll have to see if Azor gets the nice outplay onto Dusky Dusk. Aatrox has to be a little bit careful. It looks like Aatrox is just gonna opt to take a safe back. Gonna be down about 20 CS. Doesn't have access to teleport. But here comes the Graves. Killer Penguins though gonna get caught in the crossfire. Mr. JC unfortunately gonna have Brutus walk over a trap, and it's gonna commit a kill to this Caitlyn. The blue buff on Caitlyn's gonna be pretty rough, but they managed to at least force Bleos' barrier in the bot lane. Erkyon has to dash away. Not that the Victor has insane kill pressure, but it'd be unfortunate if the Chaos Star just came down and started putting the moves. Okay, Dusky Dusk going to take a trade with Azor, but Azor getting the better half of a trade. Ooh, the Q3 sweet spot plus the Infernal Chains coming out. Renekton has to be careful. But here comes Graves to make sure that his top laner lives. Having already built the Yomu's Ghost Blade. Mr. JC a little bit behind on his locket completion, but it looks like we're rotating the Nautilus up in the mid lane. While rotating up towards the top for a Grubs play. But Erkyon going to live by the skin of his teeth. Unfortunately, no flash Q angle here for the Nautilus. Erkyon gets a third kill. Now Hydra is looking for a hook play onto Nautilus. The Permafrost gonna come out. The Ignite goes down, and is Nautilus going to die? Erkyon going to make sure he takes that kill, because he's gonna need all the money in the world to carry his team out of this deficit. The Aatrox is huge.
I never miss.
While Victor is pretty far behind, Bleos doesn't really have much ground to stand on. Only down 400 gold to this Caitlyn, but that Graves visits bot lane again. Not going to be much that Bleos going to be able to do. But hey, the focal point is if you can kill the Graves, a lot of the lead kind of just disappears. It's already down to a 500 gold lead for blue team. So Azor getting a good trade. That Aatrox passive auto heal kind of goes hard. The Storm Surge already being done for Erkyon is a really good thing. Allows it to commit a lot of burst damage with little resources. Hydra's gonna get a play on this Victor. Unfortunately, misses the hook, but Erkyon does enough damage that it just doesn't matter at this point. Are we gonna see the Dominus invested? We are. Ruthless Predator comes out, does a lot of damage. Gotta be careful of the sweet spot damage. And the Ignite Disrespect kill! Azor would have had it, but now Erkyon looks like he's just gonna... Oh, okay, that almost felt close. But that's going to be a nice 550 gold towards the Katarina. Now up about 2,000 gold on the Victor. Starting to run low in the CS department. But, I mean, it's Katarina's job to start snowballing as hard as she can. Finishes the Sorcerer Shoes and buys an Amtome here. We have the Zeke's Convergence for Mr. JC. And we got a Phage here for Azor. But outside of that, Mr. JC now pushing Killer Penguins off the blue buff. Stampede. Oh, Killer Penguins has to be careful. The flash away, Hydras has to flash away from the Blitzcrank hook. And Caitlyn is going to take the shutdown, but Erkyon will still kill Mr. Penguins. Hydras with Bleos going to look for a hook on the Caitlyn. It's going to go wide. Bleos, unfortunately, doesn't have the juice. Gonna die to this Caitlyn. Hydras has to make it out, but the Nautilus hook gonna be enough. We don't have an ace in the hole, unfortunately. Hydra's gonna try and get a hook under turret, but he's not gonna find it.
As expected.
And unfortunately, a pretty big fumble of a bot lane trade. At least Erkyon gets a kill, but gives up a decently big a 600 gold shutdown to the Caitlyn. So now the Caitlyn has Collector plus Thunder Sky being finished for the Aatrox. Gonna mean a lot of bad things are gonna happen to this Renekton. If you thought he was gonna get turned into a purse, well, he might be a pair of Crocs, a pair of socks at this point. I don't know, maybe even some like fancy underwear. Oh, the sweet spot is disgusting. Azor takes about more than half his HP in damage. And, yeah, now he's, we've got Grub's pressure. The Katarina is roaming to help out her top laner. We know Yuzu are able of making coordinated plays. They had an insane coordinated comeback in the last game.
From the
Flail of the North gonna find the Victor. The Death Lotus Storm, or the Death Lotus Assault or whatever, going to kill Victor once again. Trying to push Caitlyn off of this objective. But she cannot clear the way fast enough. The Hex Flash coming in from the Blitzcrank into the Overdrive. Not gonna be able to find the hook opportunity, but pushing this Caitlyn away means that we are starting to dwindle the lead bot lane as Bleos gets access to farm and plates, and as Caitlyn is not getting access to much. Okay, but Killer Penguins and the Nautilus are here. It's a 3v2. Gotta be careful. The hook is gonna land. The collateral damage is gonna be enough, but can Diddy Dusk win a 1v2? I don't think so. Azor seems to be doing a lot of damage, and the Renekton ult gonna put in the work. The slice and dice gonna be enough to find. Erkyons gonna try and find this Katarina, but that's a 721 gold shutdown for Erkyons that he's going to take from the Caitlyn. Victor gets first turret blood though, so at least there's that. But we've got 6 scrubs to none. Mr. JC gets the okay to start the Rift Herald. But with no grubs, this Renekton's not going to be taking the turret really fast. At least Aatrox doesn't have teleport, so in terms of macro plays, Renekton will be able to generate side lane advantage eventually. Killer Penguin starting to fall off. Had a great start, but kind of hasn't been able to find much since. This might be the Erkyons carry game. I swear that Caitlyn gun sounds like just like it's not even bullets. Sounds like it's like snowflakes or something. Bleos getting a good trade onto Lost in Summer. However, that's gonna be Mountain Dragon over to blue team. The ace in the hole does connect. The Draven ult's gonna find a kill. We gotta be careful. Nautilus gonna die. Hydras has to flash out because he was in kill range of the turret. We're gonna be dropping the Herald bot lane, but Victor gonna be farming another turret. Hydra's almost dying to that random turret shot. That's gonna be a turret taken. We got no gloves. Killer Penguins is here. Erkyon forced to dash away. Killer Penguin's just going to annihilate Bleos with the collateral damage. Because now he's got Collector. Azor at least going to be able to take Redemption Turret up top. But Victor took the turret down bot. And Victor nearing his second item. No boots. Katarina with the Shadow Flame early. Has so much money. Still about a 2,000 gold lead in the mid lane for Erkyon. Things are going great for him. I'm glad we get to finally see what his Katarina's supposed to be able to do. It's permabanned. It's permabanned against him in the Mamago Esports. And the one time I think we saw it, it wasn't impressive. But this looks great. I mean, this is probably just a fantastic matchup for Katarina normally. Because see squishy team annihilate people. Oh. Unfortunately, Erkyon with a misplay. The auto attack puts Aatrox on 1 HP, but 1 HP isn't 0 last time I checked. And because of that,
there's no use running.
The Flail of the North has to be invested to save Mr. JC. But Adai gonna be putting a lot of pressure onto this Renekton. Renekton going to survive by the skin of his teeth. But it would have been a little sad if Renekton had just died to like this 0-6 Victor. Sorry, 1-6 Victor. Caitlyn, while she had a big lead early, I mean, she hasn't been able to touch many turrets. So the Caitlyn advantage of taking turrets is long kind of just been gone. So here Killer Penguin gonna be taking the blue buff for himself, leaving a blue spawn up. We've got 2 items now though on the Victor, the Shadow Flame and the Luden's Companion. Caitlyn working towards finishing her Infinity Edge. Renekton has since sort of caught up in terms of gold. He's only down about 600 gold now, instead of being down about like 1,500 plus. So Azor putting in the work, and the biggest problem is, yeah, see, once that anti-heal runs out, you get the auto attack, it heals like 700. Erkyon gonna just annihilate a die, and it's a 3v1 in the top lane. The Aatrox gonna be permanently knocked up, and that's a killing spree now for the Renekton. Mr. JC going to start the enemy Gromp, but the Nautilus is here. Unfortunately, I think Team Yuzu are back in control. After a little bit of a blunder at the start, they're able to make a comeback. Erkyon working on his third item, but because he's an AP melee character, he does so much damage to turrets. It's a little bit insane. You're gonna take that turret all to himself. It's about 2,000 gold. I believe that's the Void Staff that we want here from the Katarina. Took the Hex Gate to teleport away to safety. We got a Last Whisper here on the Graves, but let's see what Erkyon ends up finishing. It is a Void Staff indeed. Draven almost finished his second item. Caitlyn's starting to fall behind in terms of gold progression. I think she's about 600 gold off her IE. But if Leos finishes his Collector first, Caitlyn won't be able to like fight versus the Draven anymore. We got a Trailblazer here for the Blitzcrank. And Mr. JC looks to be going for, I want to say, a Deadman's Blade? It looks like a Deadman's Blade? Or is it a Warmox? It's probably just a Warmox. Azor gonna take that ward money. Gotta make sure that he's $15 richer. I mean, the die is not... I mean, he's about 3,000 gold behind, but he's doing what he can. At least he has 2 items completed. Yeah, we're going to be taking Dragon number 3. It's a Hextech Soul. So we're going to be taking Dragon number 2 for Team Yuzu. Killer Penguin's going to be taking away the red buff from Mr. JC's side of the jungle. We'll have to see. Erkyon is looking to find more kills. There are 2 people in a bush. Unfortunately, the Storm Surge not going to be enough. Oh, the Flash Hook was enough. Insane. Mr. JC here to back up Hydras, and they can get away. What a nice flash over the wall. Mr. JC now looking to maybe cut off Aatrox. But Aatrox is going to manage to get a safe back in. It looks like it's going to be a start of the Baron Nashor for Team Yuzu. Sorry, I've been casting for almost 6 hours. I'm a little dead inside. I gotta try practicing though because Super Week is coming. And Caitlyn getting a double kill, but Erkyon popping off. Caitlyn with a triple kill. Erkyon just gonna assassinate the Katarina. But Erkyon's gotta be careful. That's overall, it's gonna be a 3-for-4 teamfight win here for blue team. While Katarina does the majority of the damage on her team, if she's not there at the start of a team fight, things can get ugly. Caitlyn getting like a triple kill almost for free. But now the gold's back in Caitlyn's favor. We finish the Immortal Reminder, and now we're working on the Infinity Edge. Mr. JC now has his Warmogs, but we've got LDR here on Killer Penguins. So Mr. JC not going to be too tanky. Erkyon going to be taking a lot of damage. Killer Penguin's going to be found by Azor. Has to be able to get out. Oh. The Slice and Die is going to be enough to connect. Erkyon very low on HP, so we'll have to see. The Ace in the Hole connects onto Azor, but that's a 2-for-1 right now. Hydras misses the rocket grab. Leo's going to dodge the Infernal Chains. Caitlyn going to secure yet another kill onto Azor. As Caitlyn does a lot of damage, but Erkyon is full HP and he's looking for blood. Erkyon looking to collapse on a die in Lost in Summer. We'll have to see.
Next time.
Rampage.
And a nice Shumpo to secure the kill. Remember, every time Katarina gets a takedown, basically all her abilities reset. Okay, we've got a Lichbane now on the Katarina. 4 items in. A die is still on 2, unfortunately. Caitlyn not wanting to finish the Infinity Edge. Interesting. I think we're gonna opt to try and finish a Rapid Fire Cannon instead. Bleos, however, almost at his Infinity Edge. So things are looking good for Team Yuzu. Erkyon is huge. And now Redacted. Finally finishing his second item. We got a lock-in now on Mr. Blitzcrank. Looks like I think we're working on a Bloodfister or an IE for Graves. Aatrox gonna get caught, and Erkyons just gonna take his 17th kill of the game. This man is on a rampage. Okay. Looks like that's gonna be the top lane inner turret taken and maybe pressure on the top lane inhibitor. I'll have to see. There's no wave. There's no big wave though. And the Caitlyn traps are enough to put in a lot of work. Draven gonna land the interrupt onto Killer Penguins. We've got Azor now sliding in. Blitzcrank getting the rocket grab onto Graves. But Graves gonna be able to get away momentarily. Gonna get sniped by Bleos' ultimate, the Whirling Death. And it looks like it's gonna be X-Tac Soul Points given over to Team Yuzu. And a fantastic team fight. Well, it wasn't really a team fight, it was just a pick. Like they caught the Graves recalling, and there's some good communication to help snipe with the
Unmatched.
okay, Erkyon has to be a little bit careful. Oh no, maybe he doesn't. Maybe he doesn't have to be careful. I forgot, he's kinda huge. Let's see. 15,000 gold. Insane. He is 3,000 gold richer than Bleos. And 5,000 gold richer than anyone else on his team, besides Bleos. Okay, looks like we've got a needlessly large rod here for Erkyon. Azor gonna clear some wards. Looking towards Death's Dance, now that he has a Sterix Gauge. Still holding on to the anti-heal, important item against the Aatrox. Aatrox working towards a Spirit Visage. Hydra's looking for a rocket grab, not going to be able to find one. An opportunity to land one. Looks like we're going for a Bloodthirster here on Graves.
Taking aim.
Getting the ult onto Erkyon. This is about 20%. Azor going to take a laser to the face. I'm going to shrug it off. Gonna take it again. We've got... Now we are waiting for the Baron that will spawn in 30 seconds. Will probably decide the outcome of the game. Erkyon looking for a play on this Katarina. Just going to explode Caitlyn. The Storm Surge, like the bouncing dagger, Shampoo, Storm Surge proc was enough to just annihilate this Caitlyn. Fortunately, now she has a rapid fire, but I mean, if Erkyon can see you, you are dead. Like if you are in Shampoo range of Erkyon, you just die. Even if you're not in Shampoo range of Erkyon and you're in Shampoo range of a minion that Erkyon can jump to, and then do his full combo on you, it's gonna be enough. Okay, a nice team fight start by Yuzu. Unfortunately, Renekton's gonna get turned into a purse. However, Erkyon wasn't involved. If Erkyon's not involved, it's not really a Yuzu team fight this game. The Infernal Chain's not gonna connect onto, not gonna finish resolving onto Erkyon. But that's a lot of juicy low HP targets. I smell Reset City if people get too close. Erkyon's just going for them resets. The Caitlyn is going to kill Erkyon, but Erkyon basically annihilated the entire... Aatrox is just healing, and thank God that Bleo's able to get that kill credit. But it looks like it might be the end of the game. We've got a teleport here from Azor. We're taking the top inhib. The flash Q into the Blitz Hook with the Power Fist. Gonna be enough. Mr. JC, is he gonna die or first? Or is it nope. Okay, looks like the Nautilus gonna go down. The rocket grab going to land. Bleos with another kill. Victor coming out. Graves doing what he can. But at this point, Draven's just having fun with his food. But Bleos with the mechanical outplay. Triple kill to end the game. What a nice comeback from Team Yuzu. And hopefully you guys enjoyed another episode of Live Glazing. As always, uploads are live 10 a.m. every day. If you enjoy what you watch, subscribe. We're on our way to 1,000 subscribers. I'll see you guys in the next one.